Welcome to Magic Tarot. Today I have another pick a card for you all. When are you going to meet the one? So you have five piles: one, two, three, four, and five. So choose whatever pile that calls out to you, whichever number that calls out to you, and the timestamps will be down below. And thank you to all those people who have subscribed, and thank you to the ones who have liked my videos. So, really, a big shout out to you all for actually showing your support to this channel. Thank you a lot. Then you have, okay, so let's start with the reading. You have the first pile. The first pile, you have the Six of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, Eight of Wands, and the last card is the Lover's card. So, when are you going to meet the one? So, this is going to happen during a point of time in your life when you are very confused. Okay, I know it's funny, but you are going to meet them at a point of time in your life where you are very uncertain about your future, very confused. You do not know what's happening with you. Things are happening, changing so fast that you wouldn't know what where you're supposed to be going. So there's like very uncertain, like you do not know eh, what the future has planned out for you. So that is when you actually going to meet this particular one. But then they say, right, that true love never happens as it should. So it's something like that. So this is with the Lovers card, definitely something very strong. Okay, you are going to know with certainty that this is the one for you. You're going to have such strong emotions for this particular person, and it's going to happen all of a sudden. Trust me, with the Eight of Wands, it's going to happen just sudden, completely out of the blue, and you're like least expecting this person to come into your life, and that's when they're going to pop into your life. And after that, life is just going to be like full of love, full of just promising, like you're going to have a lot of fun, you're going to be very happy with this particular person. So what I would want to say is, this hazy time period in your life is not something that will not will only bring you some form of sadness, or something like, will bring you nothing good. It's not like that. What is going to happen is, during this point of time, you are going to move away from certain situations into your life. You might be traveling this point of time as well, and what is going to happen is you will learn to go with the flow, because you are not able to make sense of many things in life. So you are just going to go simply with the flow, and balance will slowly start to be balance will slowly start to restore in your life. Okay, so with the Temperance card, what you need to be doing is go with the flow, but also go ahead and take care of yourself. Okay, you are important. Learn to put yourself first. That's very important for you. You put yourself first, take care of yourself, do the healing, learn to give you value to yourself, because that's very important. And with the Ace of Pentacles, during this point of time, there's going to be some major changes, which is going to be for a long period of time. And this Ace of Pentacles will bring about new changes, okay, new happenings in your life. This is new abundance, new luck, new prosperity coming your way. So during this hazy point of time in your life, there are a lot of good things happening. And after that, what is going to happen is things are going to change, and they're going to change rapidly. And during that point of time, you are going to meet the one. Okay, it's going to be when you're least expecting, when you're just concentrating on yourself, trying to make yourself happy. At that point of time, when things are moving very quickly for you with the Eight of Wands, when things are moving very quickly for you, at that point of time, all of a sudden, completely out of the blue, someone is going to come into your life and mean so much more to you. Okay, but what lesson you need to be taking away from this situation, that during that hazy point of time, is that do only Just because they came into your life, don't stop giving importance to yourself, because you need to learn to give importance to yourself. Okay, you are important, because if you do not put yourself first, then what's going to happen is people will also start taking you, like, they will start treating you as a doormat. You don't want to be doing that. Okay, put yourself first. We teach people how to treat us, so put yourself first. And initially people might get angry, like, why all of a sudden you're doing this? But then after a point of time, see, you will come to realize that they will start accommodating your needs as well. So that's very important. Take away this lesson and make sure, even when this person, a very important one, comes into your life, do not give up your interest. Do not give up on yourself. Okay, so do not place them before you. It is right to treat them equal as you, but even their needs you not supposed to be placing before you, because even you come first and even they come first. So everything has to be equal. You need to bring in balance into your life and balance into your relationship. Don't be that person to give everything. That's that is see, if you keep giving to everyone, okay, after a point of time, you start depleting yourself, and you will just feel this. You have to look out for yourself. Nobody else is going to do that for you. And you have to learn this. With this experience, you have to learn this and know and make they are part of your life, but not your entire world. You need to learn to know that. Okay, because I mean, like, unless and until you don't respect yourself, nobody else is also going to do that. So we have to take responsibility of our lives and make sure that when the perfect person comes to you, you make sure that you keep them in your life. And how are you going to do that? By respecting yourself, by respecting their needs as well. But if you start putting them before you, then they will start thinking you that they see, when you respect yourself, the other person will also find you very beautiful. Okay, they're like, okay, I've got someone that nobody can have. But then if you go out of your way and bend backward to just accommodate their needs, then after a point of time this will become a very burdened relationship, and you don't want to be doing that. Okay, so what you need to be doing is start taking care of yourself, and you make yourself a priority in your life. So that's it for pile number 1. I hope you take something useful out of this. So thank you. Let's move ahead with pile number 3. Let's move ahead with pile number 2. Sorry. You have the hangman, 8 of pentacles, 10 of wands in reverse, then king of wands, and then you have 5 of cups. Okay, so with your pile, uh, when are you going to meet the one? Is, I think now you're coming out of an energy where you were feeling with a out of energy of 5 of cups and 10 of wands. Okay, so 5 of cups talks about losses that you have. This is because it is in reverse, so you are coming out of this energy where you thought there were a lot of important things in your life that you actually lost. There are regrets, there are like certain losses, certain you have mourned over a certain loss, but you're coming out of it. And with the 10 of wands energy also, I have the same feeling that you're finally unburdening yourself from this energy and trying to restore that happiness or joy that is lacking in your life. Okay, so you're trying to become more happier, either by concentrating on your work. So what is going to happen is, when are you going to meet the one is, um, this is going to happen at a point of time in your life when so I'll tell you. Wait, so the first is, you're coming out of this particular energy, that is the 5 of cups and the 10 of wands energy. You're coming out of it, and then, yeah, and then at that point of time you're going to get into this energy of the hangman. That is like, you decide to do nothing. Okay, you just want to retreat into yourself and just take time out for yourself and do nothing. And during that point of time, there's going to be a lot of realizations that you would have. And After that, what you would start doing is you would start focusing all your energies on your work, and you are going to do this alone, all alone, and you are taking up this work only to satisfy yourself. Okay, this is not to impress anyone, this is not to go ahead and gain some form of recognition. But what I feel is you are a king of wands. Okay, so with a king of wands, this is a person who is liked by a lot. He's known for his ideas. He's a visionary. He is someone like who's very charming as well. So this particular person, what I think is, when are you going to meet the one is when you are busy at your work, and there is going to be an opportunity in your life when you have to showcase that particular talent or that particular work of yours, and you would inspire this awe in others. in, uh, they would be taken away by just your work, so they'll be very impressed. So people around you, you might probably be on stage, or you might probably some opportunity where you will be showcasing your talent, and at that point of time, what is going to happen is, when you put up your work, when you put across your work to people, people are going to be very impressed, and one among that person would be the one. Okay, so he probably might be a fan of yours, or he probably might place you on a pedestal and think very highly of you, and that person, he would be charmed by you. Okay, so there is this what do I say, someone like, he keeps you on a very high regard, this particular person. So what I would want to say is, at that point of time, when you are showcasing your talent, showcasing when you are at your best, okay, that is when you are going to attract the one, that is when you are going to end up meeting the one that is meant for you. Because with king of wands, you are, I think you're going to be in your power, you're going to be this really, that particular moment, I think you're going to be really powerful, really charming. Everyone in that room, they would be very much impressed by your work. Okay, and at that point of time, you're going to meet the one. So that's it for pile number 2. Let's move ahead with pile number 3. For pile number 3, we have the high priestess, page of wands, ace of cups, the hermit, and the last card is the nine of swords. Okay, so when are you going to meet the one is, okay, I'll backtrack. There are certain things that are like has happened in your life. So I think you have been very anxious about a particular situation in your life. This particular situation, or this particular whatever that went down has made you anxious and is keeping you up at nights. You're not able to really think. It's like it's keeping you up at nights, and you're thinking over and over again. This is like a circle, like a loop that is going on in your head, and it's not allowing you to sleep. So there is some anxiousness, something that is making you very unrestful, and you're just losing sleep over it. So that is what has happened, some area of your life, I feel. And again, with the mm, there is certain things that are coming to a closure. Okay, so with the hermit card, what I feel is, you just hid yourself. You went into this mode where you didn't want to talk to anyone, you didn't want to be around people, you just wanted to go and hide somewhere, where you could just simply be by yourself and reflect on a lot of things. Okay, so you are wanting to retreat, or you had retreated at one point of time in your life, where there were certain things which did not make sense, or which made sense, but still, you couldn't stop thinking about it. But what I feel is, with the hermit, you have come to certain realizations in your life. You have had that peaceful understanding about what life is, what how things turned out to be. You just have made peace with it. Okay, with the hermit card. And with the high priestess, I think you've started to believe more in yourself. There was one point of time where I think you did not trust in your intuition, but then after this hermit mode, I think you are someone now who trusts your gut, who trusts the fact that, my inner voice is always going to guide me towards the right direction. And because of which, because the high priestess is something like you have started to trust in yourself, okay, your own intuition, you started to trust. What I feel is you're going to take up adventures, endeavors, and things that are going to excite you. So with the page of wands, he is an explorer. He is someone who goes down a journey nobody has gone down in. And then this particular with the page of wands, I think you're going to meet the one when you are busy exploring, okay, or are seeking out adventures in life, are seeking out things that really excite you, and you are going to be in this fiery energy, full of life, full of that enthusiasm, and just someone with a lot of energy. Okay, so when you are busy going after things that give you excitement, that give you happiness, that bring you a certain form of satisfaction, at that point of time you're going to meet the one. Okay, so with the ace of cups, it is not something which is going to be for a short period of time. Okay, so with the ace of cups, this is a new love coming your way. This is something which is going to excite your imagination. This is something like more of like a true love, because it is with the ace of cups, it is someone or something, I can say, which is overwhelming. So you will be full of emotions for this particular person. It's going to be deep feelings, deep emotions involved, nothing like short term or infatuation. You'll come to realize that this you have never felt this way for anyone before. Okay, so whatever was there in the past, it's all going to be wiped out. If you had relationships which did not work out, or relationships which you thought were like this is the one for you, this ace of cups is going to prove you otherwise, because this ace of cups is like making you realize that, all of a sudden having emotions for someone so strongly that you'll be like, okay, everything else before that is going to be wiped out in your life. Basically, you wouldn't have that strong, and you would also realize the fact like such strong emotions you can only have for the one, okay, or for your soulmate. So that's it for pile number 3. Let's move ahead with pile number 4. What does pile number 4 has? Two of cups, the emperor, the devil, the wheel of fortune, and the last is the empress in reverse. Okay, so your scenario, what I would want to talk about your scenario is, when are you going to meet the one is when you finally walk away from someone or a situation or something that is very toxic in your life. Okay, this is like with the devil card, it is an obsession. You are obsessed with someone or a situation, or something has happened in your life which is like making you go back again, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with them. Okay, so the devil energy is someone which is completely toxic, not healthy for you. And the moment you walk away from this particular toxic energy, what is going to happen is there's going to be a change in wheel. Okay, with the wheel of fortune, this is like bringing in balance, bringing in balance, and there are certain things which will be pushed down, and there are certain things which will come up. So the certain things which will be coming up is, you will finally realize certain truths about situations. And with the empress card, what I really feel is this toxic energy, I think what happens with the devil energy is it is something very powerful. The person you are involved with is quite tempting, or you can just say like they are quite powerful in their energy, or quite powerful. They have power over you, because of which you keep going back to them. It is like a back and forth energy. But with the empress card, I think you started to realize the fact, because it is in reverse, you started to realize the fact that you started to lose confidence. You were not yourself. You were not acting yourself around this person. It's like whatever you were previously, you started to lose all of that. Okay, so I feel like you were the empress who was an upright, someone very beautiful, someone who's very comfortable in her own skin. She is in power of who she is. Okay, very someone who is very kind and nurturing. But what I feel is, just because of this devil energy, you became upright. That is like, the whole, all the good things just seem to be wiped away from you, or just you started to lose all of those qualities that made you you. So that is what has happened with the devil energy. And what I feel is, the moment you walk away from this particular energy, you are going to meet the one, because I think you have this very strong desire to bring into your life relationships that are equally serving you. Okay, relationships that are actually healthy, relationships that are going to make you feel happy, going to make you feel very good about yourself. And with the wheel of fortune, what I feel is, you will have luck coming your way, but you have to leave this energy behind, because unless and until you do not walk away from the devil, then what is going to happen, you're not going to have the luck on your side. So for you to attract this person, or for you to meet this person, this has to be eliminated. Okay, this has to be eliminated. And the moment this is like out of your life, what is going to happen is, there's going to be a change in your luck, there's going to be change in the scenario. Balance is slowly balance will slowly start to be restored in your life. And with that, I think you will start to regain your confidence back as well, as you move away from this particular energy. And with the emperor, what I feel is, this relationship, you've been through a lot, that I can tell you, you've been through a lot because of this toxic energy. They have shown you a side of life that you never knew existed, a side of life, a side of relationship that you never thought would affect you this much. Okay, so with the emperor card, I think you have learned to realize that you need to be firm in situations, you need to be someone um, who has to take control of your own life, and be control of your own life, and be happy with the things. No contr- First thing is, what you need to be doing is, you need to be taking control of your own life. And you have become a lot more wiser as well, you've been through a lot already. And I think you are looking for someone who is going to give stability to you as well. So with the two of cups, the moment you walk away from this toxic energy, you are going to attract the right person for you. Okay, so that's it for pile number 4. Let's move ahead with pile number 5, the last pile. The last pile that we have is the Justice, Eight of Cups, Strength card, the Chariot, and the last card is Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, so uh, what I would want to tell you in this particular situation is, what is happening here right now is, I think you are not, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, you have clarity about a particular situation. Okay, you are very clear of the things that are not serving you. You are clear of a lot of things in your life, for that matter. You are very clear, a clarity which you did not have previously, you are now very clear of it. But what is happening is, you're refusing to cut these people out, you're refusing to walk away from this particular situations, you're refusing that, you're refusing to just simply distance yourself from negative people, or distance yourself from people who are not serving you. Okay, you're just trying to find a reason to not go ahead and cut them out of your life. Okay, either you are attached to them, there is something that, or either it will just simply make you feel bad, or you'll feel sorry, they are being emotionally manipulative, it can be something like that as well. But then with the Queen of Swords, I think you do not want to cut these people out, because you are not doing it. But then what is going to happen is, with the Justice card, balance is going to be restored. Okay, so the ones who have done you wrong will be cut out, and you balance sorry. And with the Justice card, what is going to happen, justice is basically life taking control. Okay, or the universe taking control of your life. Okay, giving a direction to your particular, giving a direction to your life. So with the Justice card, what is going to happen is, it is going to restore balance, and upon that, it is going to cut out all those people who do not serve you, all those situations that do not serve you. And you are forced to do that. Okay, it will be forced on you, because you are not taking the steps, someone else is taking it for you. So but then later on, what is going to happen is you are walking away from this situation because it is becoming a lot more difficult than you actually thought it would be. Now it's becoming a lot more, I think you are someone who is you know always trying to not go to the extremes. Okay, so with the queen, with the eight of cups, what I feel is you are a person who was sticking to a particular situation and thinking that it is going to improve, it is going to improve, but that is not going to happen, it is not going to improve, and you will be forced to walk away from this particular situation. And because you're forced to walk away from this particular situation, what is going to happen is you are actually a very strong person, actually a very strong person, but then this would require a little more strength for you to walk away from this situation. So I feel like you've been quite attached, you've been quite emotionally invested in this particular relationship and situation, I feel, or in that particular person as well. So 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 I think that is what is going to happen, that you'll be forced to walk away from this particular situation, from this particular person. But with the with the strength card, I have always associated this card with someone who can handle any situation. So even if you feel like you cannot handle the situation, do not worry, because the strength card is a very positive card, and you have the willpower, the strength, the determination to walk away. Okay, you are going to overcome the situation, so you do not have to worry. And as and when you start to move as and when you will start to move forward, okay, the chariot card again is a very positive card. So with the chariot card, there is a definite victory. You are going to walk away from this particular energy, and balance is going to be restored once again, because here also in the chariot you have two sphinx, that is, one is in white and one is in black. Again, this talks about balance. And then with the justice card, again you have balance being restored into your life. So with the eight, with the seven of with the seven, and with the chariot as well, what I feel is you are going to move forward in your life. And during this point of time, when you finally start to walk away, and finally when you have gained the strength to overcome this particular situation, you have overcome this particular situation, when you're walking away from it, what is going to happen is you're going to meet the one. Okay, and later on you're also